This is going to be very weird for me to do, and it's not because of what you think. First of all, and I'm exposing myself here. And not that, not to be funny, and not to be like out of the loop, because obviously I know who the fuck I know who Akira Toriyama is. I can speak. But I'm not gonna lie to you. When my friend told me that he passed away, I already thought he passed away. And and all my friends, and it's funny because when I tell my friends, it's just like, "You really thought he passed away?" I was like, "I really thought he passed away." And the reason why I thought he passed away is, one, he lives a very private life, so you don't really hear much from him, but the series. But since the series has been completed not too long ago, you don't really hear much from him. So I thought he passed away like years ago. And as everybody like right now is grieving and going through the stages of losing one of, not if one of their biggest heroes, like your it's like Stan Lee, like when people was going through with Stan Lee. The same thing when people was losing Kevin Conroy. Like we're like Chisel Adonis said this, and I'm going to repeat this. I'm getting to that age where I'm losing people that I grew up watching now, or someone that's really impacted my life. Um, Now it's kind of sad, one, because I obviously he passed away, but I didn't go through the grieving stages like everybody else is. Like you could see the sad, you could hear the sadness in everybody's voice when they heard he passed away, and everybody's doing their paying their respects to Akira Toriyama. I'm also going to pay my respects, but I'm also exposing myself that I thought he passed away years ago. Now, one thing is sad about is and I'm not putting this on myself. I'm not going to be going through the grievance stages like everybody else, because, like I said, I thought he was already deceased, or he's already transferred to the other side. But I do feel like I could talk to him in a place of celebrating his life. Like we could celebrate we could celebrate man. Now it's not going to be one of those. I think someone is going to do this way better, because this channel. This is really off the cuff. Now, watching Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z obviously has impacted my life just like everybody else's life. Everybody, especially Dragon Ball Z. I remember coming home 5 o'clock, Toonami. I'm in front of my TV. I'm watching DBZ every episode, all the reruns, just waiting for new episodes. And then when new episodes come every week, I'm there. I remember the first time I watched Goku turn Super Saiyan, like just like um being amazed that I'm watching something like that. I remember the first time at Gohan, my favorite character throughout, still my favorite character. When that man turned Super Saiyan, oh man, oh shoot, I'm actually kind of breaking down now. That's kind of funny, but yeah, I remember the first time turning like watching Gohan turn Super Saiyan and turning Super Saiyan 2, and like that whole Cell saga, and it was just leading up to Gohan and just being the superficial badass. Like to this day, I'm pretty sure everyone's favorite version of Gohan is Teen Gohan. Mine's is still Teen Gohan. It's just like like I watch that man turn Super Saiyan. Even now, watching Gohan turn Super Saiyan 2 kind of brings the tears in the eye, because just the way how that was just set up beautifully. And it's like it's one of those things that you was there when you see it. Like there's a lot of things I remember being there that I can still recall to this day. That the next day I go to school and everybody's talking about it. Goku turning Super Saiyan. And most of it is DBZ because everybody loved DBZ. The one thing I used to like call people out on is because there was a time where like um shoot I'm actually tearing up. It's just this is funny. Um there was a one time I used to call people out because there was a time when anime wasn't cool yet, or anime wasn't mainstream the way it is mainstream. But everybody loved Dragon Ball Z, and it was cool not to love Dragon Ball Z. And everybody be like, "Man, I don't watch that shit." And I had a teacher. His name is Mr. Sabor, who was a diehard DBZ fan, and like there was a bunch of kids who said, "I don't watch that DBZ shit. That shit from." Hey, nigga said, and my teacher, black as hell, but hood as fuck. He said, "What? You don't watch DBZ?" I said, "What show you get?" He was like, "What show can you watch where you knock one nigga into a building, he knocked into four other fucking buildings and all that other stuff?" Like the way he talked about Dragon Ball Z, and this is a grown man in his 30s, and I was like a teenager, and this is a grown man in his 30s talking about and getting excited about watching Dragon Ball Z, and like this is how you know a show like that impacted like a lot of people. I used to tell people all the time like Dragon Ball Z is just as mainstream as Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny and go like he's Goku is literally Mickey Mouse, Bugs Bunny, you know, those type of cartoons. SpongeBob. I tell people all the time. There's like a Mount Rushmore of cartoon characters. It would be, and this is just my opinion. If you say who is the Mount Rushmore of cartoon characters, and if you're adding anime into there, and I tell people it would be Bugs Bunny, Mickey Mouse, Homer Simpson, and Goku. If you're not adding anime as that, you can take out Goku and you can put in SpongeBob. But um but if you tell me like the pinnacles of cartoons and all that other stuff, so it would be to me it would be Bugs Bunny. It's just like someone that already knows. It's just like Bugs Bunny, um yeah, Bugs Bunny, Mickey Mouse, Homer Simpson, and Goku, because everybody knows who the fuck Goku. It's like you cannot tell. I was like, you cannot tell me everybody knows. Now, like I've always said, when it comes to like just mascots, Goku's also one of them. I said Mario. I was like, who? Like I was like, my niece knows who the fuck Mario is. You telling me you gonna tell me you don't know who the fuck Mario? Everybody knows who the fuck Mario is. It's the same thing I said about Goku. It was just like, oh, y'all watch that. Everybody knows who the fuck Goku is. Like you could never watch Dragon Ball Z. It was like you know who the fuck Goku is. You could have never watched the episode of DBZ, although I will call you a liar, and you would know who the fuck Goku is. That's how mainstream, and that's how mainstream Dragon Ball Z is to me. Like even to a point where he's like, I don't, even though Dragon Ball Z is everybody's like gateway into anime. To me, it's so mainstream. It's just like if you tell me I watch anime, and this is a good thing, if that I watch anime, and it's just like, and all you watch is Dragon Ball Z, I go, you never really watch anime. You watch Dragon Ball Z because Dragon Ball Z is that mainstream. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Dragon Ball Z is also a gateway to a bunch of people's animes. Dragon Ball was mine, like Dragon Ball. But I'm like I said, I was born in '88, so I was able to have some of the older ones. Dragon Ball, Speed Racer, um, um, Dragon Ball Z too, Sailor Moon, the whole Toonami lineup. The whole Toonami lineup is my gateway into anime. We just going there because I was a big cartoon head. a huge cartoon. Still somewhat of a cartoon head. But we hear about Akira Toriyama. It's like that man, like that man made a character that everybody rocked with. Like everybody rocked. Even if Dragon Ball Z is not your favorite character, like you can at least give it respect because because I know a lot of people who say like Naruto has a better story or One Piece is a better story, but even those animes got something from Akira Toriyama and Dragon Ball Z because of the way that story is portrayed. It reflected off of like Dragon Ball. You can't go to an anime convention without somebody either mentioning Dragon Ball Z, talking about Dragon Ball Z, cosplaying as Dragon Ball Z. Um, Even in just like regular conversation when people just like gather the Dragon Balls like and like that man without ever like ever I, I can speak. That man, he gonna touch, especially black people. You're like, I don't want to make it about. I'm not making it about race, but I never. You realize that that man made a show that just like black people, we just like instantly connected to. Like I said, even the hood niggas. Like I've hears in rap lyrics because this is like niggas be like, I'm from the streets. I've been in the streets all the time. I know what the fuck Dragon Ball Z is. Like I watch battle raps. You know how many Dragon Ball Z Goku? There was a time where Jay Black was he was like telling people's freestyles. You know how many people throwing Dragon Ball Z bars in there? How many Goku bars? It's just like I was. It's like you cannot tell me this man done affected billions and just billions of people, especially black people. Like we is like that's how like I feel like black. This is a joke. Like, like if this is like one of those old school black houses, and you know how like Jesus would be on the wall. I'm not saying like something close to that, but like Goku would be under that. It's just like I'm not saying people worship or praise Goku, but the way we kind of like a lot of it, he affected a lot of people's lives, and like you know when it comes to workouts, because a lot of people used to get swole off of Dragon Ball Z, and I tell people all the time, Dragon Ball Z is probably one of the most alpha male shit you could watch. Because I always break it down simple. It's just like Dragon Ball Z is about someone pulling up. You don't think Dragon Ball Z is gangster? It's like the whole show is about niggas pulling up and running fades. Like I used to joke about that. It was like that's the most gangster shit you could ever do. Niggas pull up from other planets, run fades. Who do you know, dude? He's like, what set you claim? He was like, yeah, niggas, you setting in the wrong neighborhood. This Earth, nigga. This is, I've been saying from Earth. Goku. I'm a saying from Earth. He was like, you fucking with the wrong planet, nigga. He's like, pull up. What's with run up? What's with these hands? A lot of people. He's like, especially Go when people mention Goku and his love to fight. He's like, you know how many jokes have like came out of that? You're like, it's me, Goku. Y'all seen it? That it's me, Goku. Or it's just like Goku talking about, hey, you're pretty strong, and people just like run them hands, and that's Goku. It's just like I'm pretty sure and someone's gonna do a better job out of it. Someone's gonna do it from a bigger channel, but how much like Goku affected black culture, where Piccolo is kind of like an adopted black guy. Like Piccolo is black to a lot of people. Also, like he has the best drip in all in the whole series, and him being a green Namekian is for us. He's black. Like Piccolo's black. Like we don't even count Mr. Popo as black, and Mr. Popo is literally black. But yeah, we count Popo as black. But you know what I'm saying? He's like, but motherfucking Piccolo, he's considered black to us. So, and then like I said, like this. because of Akira Toriyama and what he's brought out, and even in Dragon Quest series, like most people don't know about the Dragon Quest series, how's that big in Japan? So this man, trust me when I say this man will be celebrated. I wish I could go through the grievance stages like everybody else because, like, he's one of those dudes. Like, if he, because he was like I said, he's very private, and like every picture I saw of him, it was in black and white. And that's another reason why I thought he passed away years ago. Every picture I see of Akira Toriyama is black and white, and it's like, oh, like the same way they show Walt Disney, like in the studio somewhere drawing, is like with a pen, with a pencil in his hands or some shit like that. So it's just one of those. It's just one of those things. It's like, but you hear he's very private, is a very private person to be like, oh, I get it. That's probably why I thought he passed away years ago. Because like with break, like I said, because there's a lot of deaths that affected me a lot growing up. John Witherspoon, pops from the Wayans brothers, um, Bray Wyatt last year. I still that one still hurts. When I tell you guys, get ready to listen to what this Bray Wyatt, DMX, Michael Jackson. Like this is one of those. Like, and I feel like, we, but like I said, I'm in a journey where it's just like I'm celebrating his. Like, I'm celebrating what he gave us. It's just where it comes to culture, where it comes to story, where it comes to help, even pride. Even like sometimes I'm a prideful motherfucker too, to a point where it's just like people ask me why do I do this. It's just like, and I go saying pride. It's like, and if you watch Vegeta, no one has pride like the Prince of all Saiyans. And I sometimes that's like I can be very stubborn in my prideness, and like I tell people all the time, like you know, my pride is going to kill me. It's just like I got Saiyan pride sometimes. It's just like I'm like I feel like Vegeta sometimes. Like I have Saiyan pride. It's like though I kind of like compare myself to Gohan a lot when it comes to like me being a prideful dude or wanting to do it just to say I did it, and show the people around. I can get like stubborn as Vegeta, like, and for what I call saying pride. And sometimes where I'm just like too prideful to like even ask people for help. And like one of my friends was like, "Why?" It was like, and I just said, I just like saying pride. And it's funny because like when I say that, people get it because if you understand Vegeta and how prideful he is, it is just like, yeah, okay, okay. He puts pride before everything. Um, I look, I okay. For those who don't know, Oskino is an acronym. 1 second can inspire nations over. Like, if like someone has a moment of your time, what do you do with it? And then like during that time that you have their attention, what are you doing with it? Are you could say the most integral shit ever that could blow your mind, or you could waste it. I don't want to ever waste time. I want to have something where I hope I can have something that hell to reach around the block. But this man did something that reached, like I said, billions. And this is where I feel like he should be honored. Like that man definitely changed the culture to where I'm watching YouTube channels after YouTube channels of how like Akira Toriyama changed their life. And it's the same way like people felt about Kevin Conroy and Batman. And like one thing I've always loved is like it's and but I hate because we have to get it from because it has to come from somewhere because it comes from people like passing away. Like when Kevin Conroy passed away, All the Batman artwork, loved it. Like I love it. The DBZ artwork, love it. The Black Panther artwork, fucking love it. When Stan Lee passed away, I've seen some of the best artwork has come out of it because it shows the love and compassion that people put on there. I went to Team Four Star page and I'm pretty it's like they had a community part and sending condolences and then comments it was just like teach him how to write. It was like teach a dragon how to ride a ball or some shit like it was like a quote that Masako X did because in the bird was called Toriyama. And if you understand um Toriyama last name, you would get it. Like I'm bad at explaining shit, but like I believe Toriyama is like a bird or some shit like that. But and I think I think his name means bird or something like that in Japanese. It's something similar to that. But these I went to Team Four Stars page and then I'm saying Geekdom 101. I'm pretty sure Totally Not Mark is going to have something spectacular that's going to put people in tears because these are big, huge Dragon Ball fans. There's so many Dragon Ball theories pages. There's so many series and YouTube channels just based off of just Dragon Ball Z alone, where it's just shorts or people doing parodies of everything. And like I'm going to see that. As I feel like this is going to be some of a lot of people's best work, if not great work that's respectable is giving that respect to Akira Toriyama. And I feel like this is the celebration of life that I feel like a lot of people was going like right after everybody agreed, they're gonna be like, yo, I want to do this for Akira Toriyama. I can't wait for that because I feel like this shows the beauty like to me, that's where it shows how much someone is appreciated when they do stuff like that. In conclusion, because I think I talked enough. But all right, rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. Like you created a character that was worldwide known. I'm pretty sure, and, Also, I know a lot of people say this, and this is just, I guess, this is me being a stickler. But if you say gather the Dragon Balls, he died a natural death. The regular Dragon Balls couldn't bring him back, even if it could, because he died a natural death. So for those that say get the Dragon Balls, I get it, but at the same time, if you watch the show, you know that the Dragon Balls cannot bring someone back if you died a natural death. Let that man rest in peace. I wonder, I can wonder this later on, but I hope whoever takes the mantle, whether it's Toyotaro or whoever's taking the mantle of DBZ, does a very good job with it and does. But there'll never be another like Akira Toriyama and what he has brought to the world. So my condolences. I appreciate what you done brought to this world. I appreciate you shaping billions and billions of people's lives. Probably affected more than most people know. You done affected a lot of people's lives than most people know or even thought about until like you really sat down until you be like, damn, this man was really part of your childhood. And like I hope I was like I'm not making this about me, but this is one of those things where it's just like I hope I can achieve that one day. Maybe not with this, but just something like this. But let me know what your thoughts. Till then, my name is Oskino Fly, and I am out. Peace.